America's finest city. What a gorgeous afternoon for baseball we have in store from Petco. Felix Hernandez, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, remember, he's not a lot of fun to face because he's got 5 pitches. As a hitter, you've got to worry about the ball coming in, moving away, the speed. He's a lot to handle when you're up at the plate.
Tap fouled at home plate. Hernandez is ready. 0-2 on its way. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he pops it up back behind second base. Escobar is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
I think you really have to focus on what the pitcher's going to give you. If he's going to pitch you away, you got to go the other way. That way you can string together a few hits to put up some crooked numbers in this game.
Giancarlo Stanton comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Grounded back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Batting third,
Paul Goldschmidt takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and one away. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Bryce Harper set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. A runner on first with 2 away. Too high. 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one upright.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Good first inning. Max gets the job of starting pitcher here. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA of just under 3.5. He's thrown some great ball games in his career. He's thrown some real clunkers. Hopefully, for his sake, he throws well in this one.
batting second.
In now, Josh Donaldson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he steps off. He's running towards second. He's ready. Here's the first offering. On the move again from first. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. A two-run blast to straightaway right field as the American League moves out in front here 2-0.
This is just your classic fastball up over the heart of the plate. I don't even have to do a whole lot of analysis on this one. You put that pitch there to this guy, he's going to take it over the wall. Simple as that.
Harper looks up. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. It's a solo home run here for Mike Trout as the AL goes out to a 3-0 lead.
And early on here, he's having real trouble locating his pitches. I mean, this is another pitch that's biting off way too much of the plate. And they've roughed him up for 2 home runs already, and we're not out of the first yet.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in.
First baseman.
Oh, could it be 3 in a row? Back goes Harper. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. He's got light tower power. Make a mistake up in the zone, and you better be prepared to see it leave the yard.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
And I got a feeling the last thing these guys want to do is get someone up in the bullpen here in the first inning. And they might not have a choice because this is 4 hits against them already, and that last one was smoked.
Smoke toward the hole, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Lorenzo Cain will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
A bare hand for 1. On to Goldschmidt, a double. Todd Frazier will lead things off here as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Donaldson in foul ground, and a rather easy first out. At the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
Well, you know, Anthony Rizzo was an all-star in 2014, but he really exploded on the scene in 2015, where he was named to the National League All-Star team again, and he competed in the home run derby as well.
From the San Francisco Giants,
Buster Posey into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Cain over to his right, and the inning is over. So a strong inning there for Felix. Salvador Perez strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. Scherzer's ready. Here's the first pitch. And hit in the air. He's around first on his way to second now. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
the shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. Line toward center field. Harper is right there, 1 down. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. And with that, let's take a look here at how the National League will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, my man at first, he can really pick it. As an infielder, you got to love being able to throw the ball over there, knowing that he's going to come down with it at any time.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. And he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him.
Third baseman, number 20.
Into the box now, Josh Donaldson. And he'll be looking to add on to his 2 RBIs from earlier. Runners on the move for second. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Harper moves over. And that ends the inning. Matt Holliday set to lead things off. And there is Matt Holliday now. He'll be the first to greet Felix Hernandez to start the inning. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting ninth, from the St. Louis
So the
Cardinals,
bases are empty with 1 man gone. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Johnny Peralta. Skied into straightaway right. And he'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third. D. Gordon will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Here's a high pop-up. Donaldson is there for it. And that retires the side. National League down on just 4 pitches. Mike Trout will stand in. He, of course, the most valuable player in last summer's All-Star game.
Mike Trout.
Liner toward right center. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through.
The first baseman, number 24.
Miguel Cabrera will stand in here, the reigning batting champion in the American League. Scherzer comes set. First pitch on its way. Hit sharply on the ground. And a perfect hit-and-run ball as that's into right field, a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Now batting,
Nelson Cruz will dig in. He singled his first time around. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Belted high and deep into right center. Harper ranging back, and just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
The left fielder, number 4.
Alex Gordon steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. Drilled on the ground to short. Peralta with a great stop. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on base.
Leading off for the National League All Stars, right fielder.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
Now a swing and a miss, and Stanton is down on strikes for round number 1.
Now batting,
Paul Goldschmidt will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. To short. Throw to first to be in time, and Hernandez looking good here with 2 away.
Center fielder, number 34.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Hernandez gets the sign. 0-1 on its way. 1 strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors on the NL line score thus far. Inside and low, 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the National Leaguers. Lorenzo Cain is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch to him.
Number 6.
Shot towards second. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The catcher, number 13.
Salvador Perez walks into the box, reached base with a double his first time up.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Yeah, and a 1-out single here gets him a base runner in the 4th as you can check out his line so far. You'd like for him to give you at least another inning or so, but with numbers like that, you might be on pretty thin ice already.
Peralta with a great stop. The throw. Excellent effort, but no chance to make the play at first. That's a base hit.
The second baseman, number
2 on here with 1 man out. And striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. To short, hit hard. And a backhanded try into the hole at short, but this gets on by. The runner from second crosses the plate. Now a 5-0 lead.
Third baseman,
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And the hook's coming with him as that'll be all for Max Scherzer. Michael Wacha is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base.
They turn him loose here on the first pitch after reaching base, and he had a pretty good jump that time. You know, sometimes pitchers are so focused on not allowing that runner on third to score that
it's gone! So a 3-run shot to left center, his second of the game, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, they went to the bullpen to get that right-handed reliever, hoping that would give them the right-on-right advantage. Well, guess again. He gets a pitch out over the plate, and he turns that thing right around. That was no cheapie either.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. As he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
And when you see a guy rip one like this, one pitch after the previous guy left the yard, you know you're dealing with a pitcher whose mind is elsewhere. That'll snap you back to reality, though, pretty quick.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. Now a long throw to third. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single. Nelson Cruz steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch on its way. Line toward the gap in left center. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. And it's in time, and he's out at the plate, so one run's across, but the second one is cut down trying to score.
On the money.
Alex Gordon will dig in here. 1-for-2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Holiday going back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. And he's safe.
Well, he gives this ball a pretty good ride. No shot to get this one, as it's going to wind up hitting on the track and one hop in the wall out there. He's going to wind up pulling into second with an RBI double.
Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. Adam Jones will look to provide a little two-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Ripped on the ground to first. Taken in by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Adam Jones will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Number 10, Adam Jones.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch-out, 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Anthony Rizzo. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. High and deep to left center field. Gordon going back. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The catcher, number 28.
Hernandez into the windup. Here's the first pitch. On the ground to third. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He sure does. Make it 14 in a row set down now. Carving him up as the side is retired. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up.
Catcher, Salvador Perez.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning. Alcides Escobar steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now time granted here at the plate as he'll step out of the box. Jason Kipnis will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
22, Jason Kipnis.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. It's sharply toward third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out. So it's back to the top of the order now, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. First delivery to him on the way. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. Josh Donaldson stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one.
And you know what, Matt? He's just made it look so easy out there. I think they've got to change their approach right here. Use some caution or something.
And this one was tailing on him, but he was able to reach down, pull it in, and Jason Kipnis will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop. Matt Holliday will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Tries to go the other way as this is hit in the air down the right field line. And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Up next for the
At the plate, Johnny Peralta. He flew out in his last at-bat. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Got him. D. Gordon will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ball game so far. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. NL down in order. Lead looks in. Mike Trout will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Solo shot to right center. His second home run of the game as this lead got even wider.
Yeah, make it 4 home runs as a team now after that last one, and this guy's led the way with 2 of the 4. I tell you, I wouldn't give this guy.
Nelson digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Waka looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Hard liner to center field. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game. Striding into the box, Alex Gordon. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And with a man on first, it'll take at least another double to bring him in.
High and deep to center field. Harper going back, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A 2-run shot here for Alex Gordon as the blowout continues.
Whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
Stepping in now, Adam Jones. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Salvador Perez digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Lifted in the air to right field. Stanton has it in his tracks. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We're through 6 full. The American Leaguers on top, 13-0.
Leading off for the National League,
Giancarlo Stanton swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Might want to stay away from that pitch in the foreseeable future.
Yeah, whatever that was, he's lucky to get another chance.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Paul Goldschmidt will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Way outside. 1-2. And he sends it the other way toward right center. Trout has a read on it. 2 gone.
Now batting,
Bryce Harper stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. In there, no balls and a strike.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mark Melanson will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Hit hard back up the middle, and this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
Melanson's ready. First pitch on the way. Lifted into the air out toward center field. Harper has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Josh Donaldson stands in again here with 2 home runs already to his name in this one. First offering on its way. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. Two-run shot to straightaway center. His 3rd home run of the ball game as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, we wondered what he'd have to do for an encore. Hey, here it is. His 3rd home run of the ball game. He's having an afternoon to remember so far.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. This one skied out toward right. Stanton on the run. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Miguel Cabrera strides in, grounded out his last time through. Albert Pujols will get a shot here as a pinch hitter.
Number 5, Albert Pujols.
High and deep to right center field. Back goes Stanton, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot for Albert Pujols as this lead got even wider.
Talk about everybody having hits. Jeez. I think everybody in this lineup's going to have a home run before this one's done. That's 7 home runs as a team.
Stephen Vogt will come on as a pinch hitter.
The American Leaguers, number 21, Stephen Vogt.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Plenty of room out there for Holiday. And he will make the catch, so that'll do it. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 8th inning coming up. It's a lead for the American League, 16-0. Todd Frazier will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Hernandez looks in. Here comes the pitch. Into the seats, 0-1. And they go away here. It's a called strike, 0-2.
He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
Breaking ball backs him off a bit. It's 1-2. This is in the air out to right field. Jones has it in his sights. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The catcher, number 28.
Buster Posey will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batters.
The 0-1 pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Hit down the third baseline, and that's through for his first base hit in this one. Matt Holliday will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Hernandez will get ready to deliver pitch number 75 so far. And Holliday swings and misses and falls behind quickly, 0-2. Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. We'll see Alex Gordon to start things out when we come back. Jonathan Papelbon will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Alex Gordon stands in as he can't connect here, 0-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Harper looks up, and it's gone. So a solo shot that time for Alex Gordon. His second of the game as the blowout continues.
Thank goodness. This is just the second pitch that's coming on, and I guarantee you he was not looking to put it there. This is right in the wheelhouse, and he just didn't miss that one.
Now batting, right fielder, Adam Jones.
Standing in now, Adam Jones. Swing and a drive. This one's deep to right. Harper racing back. Gone! A solo shot here for Adam Jones as they just continue to pour it on here.
As a pitcher, and especially as a relief pitcher, you got to have a short memory out there. Here, he gets burned again on back-to-back home runs. Not really what you want to do when you're coming out of the pen.
Number 13, Salvador Perez.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Now the 0-1. Hit hard to short. Peralta's there. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Now batting,
Jason Kipnis steps in. He scored after reaching on a single his last time up. Manny Machado will come on now as the pinch hitter.
Number 13, Manny Machado.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. Jose Altuve will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
And that's just not really his game. Anytime he keeps it on the ground, he's got a pretty good chance of beating out a hit.
Hit high in the air down the right field line. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. On to first, a double play. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. Manny Machado will stay in the ballgame as a new shortstop. Johnny Peralta will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long, long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now. But hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
The batter, number 9, second baseman.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Trout has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Giancarlo Stanton will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed, so the National League's down to its final strike now.
You like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the 9th.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
And even on 0-2,
swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. A handful of fine individual performances to choose from in this one, boys, but what do you say we got our tops player of the game?
Yeah, really a game to remember for that man right there. He winds up finishing with 3 home runs. What surprised me was, after a while, why even pitch to him?
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The American League wins this thing 18-0. So long from San Diego.
The winning pitcher is Felix Hernandez. The loss goes to Max Scherzer. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, and please drive home safely.